Hello, hello, hello. Oh, how is everyone doing this fine Saturday afternoon? Oh my goodness, it is getting so late. I mean, getting so dark so early. The sun's already going down. It's just hitting 3 o'clock. I don't know about you guys, but I like it when it's light longer. How about you all? Well, hello, keeping up with Colorado. I see Lisa from Outdoor Dash Travels is here. Hey, Nora, Arcuda 2001. Adele is here. Hey, Amy, my sister in love is here. One of the holy. Oh, uh, Keeping Up with Colorado says, I know the feeling, Lisa. Sometimes fingers just won't cooperate. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So it looks like we're here having our own private chat today, which is cool too. How many of you saw that video that I posted this morning of those two moms? I'm not going to talk about that the whole session, but I wanted to just get some ideas from you all. The two moms who were living in their vehicles. One was living in a Honda Pilot, and she was sharing with me that she had paid it off. She said it's the first time she ever owned a vehicle and didn't, owned it on her own. So she was so excited about that, and then it got impounded. So I'm just wondering, hey CTV, how's it going? Lisa's saying, I still can't believe it. I know. Amy's saying, I saw it. It was very sad. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking with all the crazy laws they have in California, protecting criminals and everything else. And this is, again, not a political show. I'm just making a statement that I think there should be some laws where if you have minors living in a vehicle and that's where they live, that's their shelter, that the city or the municipality or government agency should not be able to impound that vehicle. What do you guys think? Regardless of registration, regardless of anything, they should not be able to impound a vehicle that minors actually are living in. Hey, Doofus Adventure. Hello, hello. One of the holies says, how can people be so heartless? I know. I know. I'm like, how could you see two children living in these two vehicles and know that when you took these vehicles from the mother and then just leave them there, just leave them there on the street? I mean, how do you do that? How does anyone who has any humanity, any decency do that? You know? Uh, Nora says, do you know if they did get shelter? I'm going to share that with you all today. I'm going to give you an update on what actually happened. Sylvia says, hello, Carol and all my Globy families. Hello, Sylvia. Debbie Carlton, hello, says California politicians don't care about their people. Sorry, but I lived there for a long, long time and I saw it firsthand. Well, I think some do, but I think with all politicians, this is just my opinion, that the longer than they're in office, I think some of them, not all of them, some of them go in with a high threshold of caring about people and wanting to change things. And I think the longer they're in office, that threshold changes and it becomes more and more about getting reelected, retaining power, gaining power, and not giving up their seats. Because some of them, that's the only real job they've had for any significant period of time since they've been adults. So I think that some of them it really shifts and the focus instead of becoming on the people they serve, it becomes about serving themselves. And I think that's a danger with all people who get elected to public office. Hey, keeping up with Colorado says because Americans are losing their humanity. I have to disagree. Some are. I agree some are. But I'll tell you what, in this van life community, that's not the case. In this nomad and van life community and people I meet on the road who are living in vans, living in vehicles, those are some of the kindest, most generous people I've ever met. I just cannot say that enough. So, in that subculture, I would say that losing humanity is not a factor. But original Mama Grizzly, hey, hey, says, yes, term limits are needed. I'm beginning to think maybe so. I was thinking before that, hey, they have term limits because they can just get voted out. The public is their term limits, but maybe it is necessary to have some. Hey Janice, hello, hello. Miss Net, hello. Who else? Did I miss someone? If I missed you, come back around. Hey Cindy H, totally agree. Everyone is saying hello. Hi, Simply C. Stacy, you're going to be in the area you were telling me. So hopefully, we'll get to nail that down. I was hoping that you could be at the luncheon, so I'm going to try and schedule, although you said don't schedule it around you because your plans are subject to change. So, Doob's Adventure says, I agree, Carol. Adventurous Spirit, hey, Pam. And by the way, Pam, thank you so much for your donation. And I will see that it gets to the families. Said Pamela says, hello, Carol. Hey, everyone. Oh, my good. Okay, if there's anyone out there who can help me, I've been trying to get Tim unblocked for 2 weeks now, and this is really bad because he's my original, actually, one of my maybe five original moderators. So if you can hit me up at Glorious Life on Wheels if you know how to unblock someone. If you will hit me up at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com, and then we can communicate. I would like to get Tim unblocked before the end of this weekend because this is just crazy. Hey, more bang for your bucks. Can't tag. I'm editing. Okay, so he's on here. Tim is on here. He's eating. I'm sorry, not editing. Eating. Can't tag. Okay, so Tim is on as no bang for your buck. So I think I gave no bang for your bucks, but I want to go back and get Tim as mo bang for your bucks unblocked. So if there's someone on here who knows how to do that, I tried doing it on my phone and I just couldn't figure it out. I have my computer set up. So let me look and see, make sure I've got Tim as no bang as a moderator. I tell you, is this just the craziest thing? But I'm going to get that set up hopefully right this minute. Okay. But anyhow, Lisa, I've been trying to call you for weeks. I know you're busy with your school and your everything else going on. But hey, Blissful Adventures. Hey, Joy, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hey, Crystal and La Gringa. Hello, hello. There's a great video out. Lisa from Outdoor Dash Travels did one on Crystal and a tour of her van with some cool ideas. Uh, Outdoor Dash Travels is really, you're not going to ask the geek. I've been trying to ask the geek for 2 weeks, Lisa, so I'm going to go with someone else unless I can get through to you. But I really need to get this done now. So I don't want Tim to continue being blocked. CTV says, this is no way to treat your original glow, bro. I know, I know, I know. Especially when I have all these projects I want him to do for me. And especially when I want some more of his egg rolls and his Korean barbecue. Oh my goodness. Let me look over here and see. Oh, I saw none of your business on here. Hello, hello, Patricia Coleman. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to go back and forth, back and forth. I see SK Punk. Oh, hey, hello, hello. Says everyone from alternative living life on your own terms. That's right. That's right, SK. Um, we need a date, Carol, for our live stream. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nora. I am going to have Nora come on, and everyone who wants to see this, even if you don't put your thumbs up, I'm still going to do it because it's going to be so wonderful. But Nora is going to do on a live stream, at least on part of live stream. Nora from Arcuda 2000, Arcuda is going to do a live demonstration of a painting of a piece of artwork. So I think this will be really cool to watch. You guys can make comments if you want, and and if you have suggestions as what you want her to paint, why don't you go ahead and put those suggestions up here now so Nora can see them, and maybe give some consideration to something she'll will paint. Hey, Donald's in the house. My brother Donald Miller is in the house. Hello, hello. Uh uh Nora 2001 says finally. I'm also thinking of maybe having someone come on and do a live cooking demonstration of something for Thanksgiving. What do you guys think about that? If you'd like me to do that too, put a thumbs up or say just say yes to what you want. Um, Hey, Misty Cunningham, is there anything I can do to help? Let me see if I can. Oh gosh, you know what happens when I try and roll this screen back? Okay, say, hey, Misty Cunningham, is there anything I can do to help? Just let me know. As far as the two moms, what you guys know, I don't do GoFundMe's, and the reason I don't do GoFundMe's is because I don't like handling funds that are meant for other people. Because you get all these crazy trolls and everything saying you're taking people's money and you're using it for yourself and crazy things. That wouldn't be true, but I don't want to have to deal with that, and I don't want to have to come unglued on folks who would make false statements like that. So what? I just have a policy. I don't handle funds as far as setting up funds with lots and lots of money coming in for other people. But if they do set up a GoFundMe, which I'm encouraging them to do, I will announce it and let you all know. What I'm also doing is I am reaching out to remember, uh-oh, my, oh, nuts. Oh, looks like I froze up for a minute there. Well, I'll tell you. But what I'm also doing is I'm reaching out to the pastor at Meridian Baptist. Remember the church that is doing the tiny home village? Well, I'm reaching out to him to see if he has any vacancies over there and if one or both of the moms can maybe get in. But let me give you an update on what happened. Well, let me tell you how I found out about them. Well, I was gonna tell a little story. I was gonna say I was out minding my own business. I wasn't minding my own business. I'm rarely minding my own business. That's why my business is in such shambles. But it's a little chilly out here, so I'm gonna put on my little shawl here and warm up a little bit. But I was out. Jessica was at SeaWorld with her boyfriend, and I was waiting for them, so it was gonna be several hours. I didn't wanna drive back home and drive back because I don't wanna spend the gas. So, I decided to go over to Fiesta Island, and Fiesta Island is, just a beautiful area, along the bay and just beautiful. So I decided to go over to Fiesta Island. And while I was over there, I pulled into this area to park. I saw this group of people, and there were all these RVs and trailers and all these different things. And I thought, wow. So clearly they were connected to them, but they were in a group and they were talking really animated and really passionately. It looks like they were, you know, just having a very intense conversation. So, me, I kind of moseyed up along to see, what was going on because it looked pretty interesting. And so I just mentioned, oh, does anyone happen to live in RVs over here? And they're like, why? And so I just, got to talking to them, say, well, this is mine. And so then they said, well, you know what? You came at just the right time. And they told me about these two women who were moms who had their vehicles impounded the night before, and they were trying to figure out what they were going to do, and they were trying to go over there to help them or find someplace. And they're also going to be doing this big protest takeover thing, but I don't want to spill the beans until they're ready to announce it. But they have this plan so I got to call and find out if in fact they're enacting it, because I don't know if they're going to not tying themselves to trees or something, but something kind of sort of like that almost. So anyhow, I was like, well, where are these women? And they said they had been out the night before and they were going over to try and check on them. So one of the women she got in my van with me, and she directed me to where they were, and so we drove over there because I wanted to see exactly what was going on. And lo and behold, I came upon these two women with a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. They are have all their stuff. They didn't really even have tents or cots or anything because the police just impounded their vehicles and they had to hurry and get what they could out. So basically, their clothes, their important papers, their phones, and basically took their took their vehicles, took their homes where the shelter that they had. So they were there. I guess they had a couple of blankets and they did have a tent, but one of the other homeless guys nearby had loaned them one of his tents and they had gotten a cot, like this metal cot, couldn't have been comfortable. And one of the moms and her son who had the cold, actually this kid was sick and they told the cops, my kid is sick, please don't take my vehicle. They still took him. The other little boy, it was his birthday. Can you imagine? This is how he celebrated his birthday. And she said they had gotten a birthday cake for him. It got all smashed in the process. So anyhow, so he and his mom, the birthday child, they slept outside. She slept, piled the suitcases on and laid on top of that because the grass was wet. They were on the grass, but they were down in that area because it had bathrooms, public bathrooms, and a shower for the beach area. But the grass was wet. They said they woke up, the kids were wet, their blanket. It was just terrible, terrible. So what happened was she was looking on her phone and she was looking up homeless, I guess, shelters or trying to find something that night. And she came across this guy or this article and she saw a picture of the person who had written the article and she realized it was one of her former neighbors. They had been evicted during the pandemic. I mean, that's a whole nother terrible long story from a place they'd been living at for 10 years. But anyhow, um, they and she recognized him as someone who had been kind to her and her son. And apparently, I think she said once he gave her son a basketball hoop, and he had been kind. So they were desperate. So I guess she emailed him based on the information of the article because he um, owns this organization or maybe a journalistic paper or something, but it's called Voice of San Diego. She reached out to him, and of course, he was, from what I understand, horrified and appalled at what happened. And he reached out to some people. I guess he has some connections or something. And I wish I had those connections, but he reached out to some people, told them the story. And by the time I got there, they said they were hoping that someone was going to come, as I shared in the video, and take them to a hotel for the night. Well, I was there for about maybe 3 hours or so, and no one came, and I was thinking it was dark, and I was like, "Okay, this doesn't look like this is happening tonight." So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna put them up in a hotel because, they can't be out here another night, especially with this kid with this cold. And then a guy came. It's an organization I wish I could remember. I think it's called Path, but I guess he made some calls, this guy, he reached someone, and I think it's Path. They came out and they actually are putting them up in a hotel for a week. I'd already, done my video and everything, but I'm doing the update now. They had put them up in the hotel, is my understanding, for a week. I have not followed up, but I stayed there because they couldn't get all of their stuff in one vehicle. So they got it in one and brought one mom and her son. Actually, they had to bring another car, a lift or something, to bring her over there and her son. And then we waited. We waited with them because it was dark, and there was all kinds of people who, some looked pretty sketchy, that were wandering around, and it was her, and it was cold, and her and her son. So we stayed there with them until the guy came back to make sure he was actually going to come back. He got their stuff, and supposedly they are in a hotel tonight also. So I've been trying to reach them, but I wasn't able to. She couldn't find her phone when she was leaving yesterday. So I don't know if in the melee she left her phone in her vehicle, but anyhow, that's a long story short. So we're going to see what's going to happen, if some other services can be provided for them. Monday, I'm going to check and see what the cost is to get their vehicles out. But anyhow, that's what is happening. So you guys are the first to hear about what's going on. And for some reason, my comments have stopped. Okay. All right, Crystal, here it is. I'm getting Crystal says that's some good news. Yes, it is some uh-oh. Uh-oh. I shrunk this. Sorry, guys. You know how I do. Oh, so I gotta stop touching anything. Um I'm going back to read the comments because hold on. Oh, I'm not gonna go. I can't go all the way back because I'll. But anyhow, Leroy Gannett says, "Hello, keeping up." Hello, Leroy. Hello, Patty Irwin says, "Yes, that pastor was my first thought." Yeah, so I'm going to go over there. I'm going to his church tomorrow, for service, and I'm going to see if he doesn't have a vacancy. He has a lot of connections. Maybe he can find someone else who can help, and maybe he can call someone in the city who maybe can waive some of their fees. I don't know. I know someone else who had a vehicle impounded in a city in North County, San Diego. I was able to call the city and they waived the city fees, but they couldn't waive the other fees. Here's the thing. I really think this is like a racket, okay? Because they impound the vehicle the night before a holiday. So you know everything's shut down. And then on the weekend, if it's anything like in North County, they double the fees for the impound fees. Why is it doubled on the weekend? So then they can't get their vehicle out for 3 or 4 days. So by the time they go to get their vehicle out, they have over $1,000 in fees. To me, this is the biggest racket. And here's my question to city officials, if any watch this video. Are you that desperate and hard up for funds that you have to make your money and meet your budget off the backs of homeless women and their children by impounding their vehicles? Yeah, I said it. Making it off of homeless women and their children by impounding their vehicles and putting them on the streets. Anyhow, um, uh, Alma says, I'm homeless. Alma, I have reached out to you. I've reached out to you. Let me email you again, but you emailed me and I did reach out to you. So, all right, Alma, we're going to get this uh, one way or another. Alma, you're going to get some help by Monday. But I have reached out to you, Alma, several times. Um, Leroy says, hello, keeping up. Um, Original Mama Grizzly says, I think we all need to mind one another's business by helping one another. So you are right. Yeah, yeah. I just, how can you pass by when you hear a story like this? I think if you hear a story like this and you're able to just pass it by without any concerns, I think a part of you has died, is what I think. Now, I'm not telling you have to jump in, you have to try and fix it and you have to do it and all this, because I'm a fixer, which is sometimes a big problem because I get it. Because Jessica, I had to go pick up Jessica in the middle of this and then come back. And she's like, when I was telling her what was going on, she goes, "Oh, what have you gotten yourself into now, Mom?" So, but then afterwards, she was like, "Mom, I'm glad. I'm happy we were able to help them." So anyhow, Chick Real says, "Hey, where did my comment go?" I don't know, Chick Real. I don't think I erased anything. Um, Don says, "No bang or whatever we are going to call you today." I'll have to explain it to you, Donald. You missed it. I am most definitely glad to see you tonight, as always. Me too. Me too. All right. Let's see. Let me. Keeping up with Colorado says you don't mind your business in the best way. Thanks, keeping up with Colorado. No Bang says Don Mo got blocked, so no, it is still good. We're gonna get it fixed. Someone's gonna help me tonight, I think. Hit me up at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com if you can help me get Mo Bang, no bang, whatever kind of bang, unblocked. Original Mama Grizzly says, I'm just not liking how police are dealing with the homeless at all. It's not all. It's not all. Some are kind. It's just like everything else. There's some people who are kind and have hearts and are compassionate, and there's some people who aren't. You know, that's oh my goodness, I've got a $50 uh what is this? Who is this from? From JJ. Oh, please give this to her and her child. Get her vehicle back. Thank you, JJ. Thank you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I absolutely will. I'm keeping tabs because a couple people gave donations over on the um, video too. Thank you so much. And it looks like holy moly, Lisa Outdoor Dash Travels for Lisa, June, and family. Thank you, Lisa from Outdoor Dash Travels. Do 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 do. Well, so far that's hundred and almost $200. So that will help them a lot. And I gave them some money last night so they could go get some a hot meal. You know, the guy who picked them up said that there was restaurants all near the motel. It's actually a motel where they were staying, and I was able to reach Lisa last night, and she said that they were going over to a restaurant and going to have a hot meal. So that just really warmed my heart. But I think you know well-intended, kind people working together can make a big difference. Someone was telling me in one of the comments, they said, "Well, the homeless situation is always being talked about and it's been reported on before." And you know what? And I said to that person, I said, apartheid was always being talked about and it was always being reported on for years and years and years. And sometimes you have to talk about something over and over. You have to highlight it. You have to shed a light, as one of my commenters said, in a dark space, and eventually you can bring some change about. And if right now it starts with just helping these two little families, well, that's a start. It's a start, you know. Oh my goodness, who is this here? Uh Someone else? Red-headed riding hood. Thank you, you guys. Do-do-do-do-do-do. For the cause. Thank you, thank you. They're gonna they're going to be so I didn't record it because I didn't want to impose or inject myself into their grieving process. But when I first encountered them, we started talking about, they were just weeping. But I didn't want to put that on tape, but or on the video, but they were. And whew, I felt like weeping. Have you ever encountered a situation that you feel like weeping too? Well, I felt like weeping last night. As we're sitting there, the sun was going down. I mean, it was cold. I mean, really cold. And I was thinking to myself, these kids were sleeping out here. And this was like maybe 7 o'clock at night. And I'm thinking, okay, 7 o'clock at night, and it's this cold. She said at 1 o'clock it was absolutely freezing. They were freezing their tails off. So, and you heard that one kid coughing. So I was just, I was really just, I was so angry. I don't usually get that angry, but I was really angry. Oh my goodness. Crystal and the Gringa, 1999 super sticker. Thank you, Crystal. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, I am going to call them tonight and tell them about this. They're going to be so happy. And we're going to work on trying to, like I said, figure out a way to get their vehicles back because, they had to pull the kids out of school because they can't get them to school. They have no vehicles. I mean, how crazy is that? So, anyhow, but I'm hoping this guy from Voice of San Diego will also be able to help. The pastor will be able to help. I've reached out to another YouTuber, a couple other YouTubers. I'm hoping they will help, and we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Oh my goodness, look at this. Don, thank you, my brother Donald, super sticker, $10. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you guys, I can't believe this. You've got Aaron, 49.99 super sticker. Thank you, Aaron. Oh my goodness. All of this will go to those two families. Um, Patricia Boyer, 49.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, Patricia. Oh my goodness. Thank you, you guys. Um, you know, it's just But I will keep you posted. I will keep you updated and let you all know what's happening with them. And I feel optimistic. I really do feel optimistic. And I think shedding this light on this dark story and getting it out there, I'm hoping the San Diego officials are going to feel the shame that they should feel and intercede. But anyhow, Mo Bang says they should go to welfare office and ask for help. Well, I'm thinking that hopefully help is going to be coming out of the woodwork and there are going to be some social services agencies. Oh, Valerie Hancock Gallen is saying cranberry dishes. Okay, that sounds like a good option. Keeping up with Colorado. Ah, thank you. Keeping up with Colorado says you have the heart of gold, proud to be a Globie. You know, I always think, but for the grace of God, there go I. And I think we all need to realize that, you know. SKA says, I saw the video today, my love. Great video. It's sad that people don't care today about each other. Well, it is, but there are some people, as evidenced right up here, that do care. So there are people who do care. Oh my goodness, you guys, who is this? Simply See. Oh my goodness, $49.99. Guys, I am just overwhelmed. I wish now that I had been able to contact them and done the live with them so they could be thanking you, because I know they will want to personally thank you all. Thank you. And here is, oh my goodness, uh who is this? Tim H. Jessica, could you go to my car and get I need to start get all this written down.
I told you get the notebook. I told you.
You did, Jessica, you did. You were
Yeah.
right. I was wrong. Oh, you know, I'll just write it on the back of this for right now.
No, just let me get your notebook.
Okay, go get my notebook.
On the back of a checkbook, you're gonna have too many notes to fill up the back of the checkbook.
I know, Jessica, I know. Okay, so I've got, oh my goodness, who is this? Don, another $20, Donald, my brother. Donald, thank you. Do 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 do. Oh my goodness, and uh who is this? $9.99. Nora, thank you, Nora. Do 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 do. I gotta get a real horn. Oh my goodness, who is this? Um, $49.99. Doofus Adventures is super. Oh my goodness, I gotta write this down. Doofus Adventures. Um, Nora. Oh my goodness, I'm. Uh, um, Chef Santa. Oh my goodness, Chef Santa is $20. If I, it says, God bless them, may they stay safe and strong. We'll be praying for them in his eyes. That's really what each and every one of you can do, is to send up some prayers for them. That will absolutely, that's the best thing you can do for them. The money helps, but the prayers and touching God's heart, which, you know, he already has a heart for children. So thank you. Thank you so much, all of you. SKA say, this is one of the reasons I live alternatively, so I don't have to worry about paying high rent, high bills. I live cheap and simple and enjoy my life and my freedom. Yes, I think, you know, living cheap and simple is definitely a way to go for sure. And, you know, I'm going to be doing a video probably next week on something I saw that's going on in Europe. And I was like, holy moly. Well, you know, what goes on in Europe often is a harbinger or harbinger, however you say it. It's a predictor, let's put it like that, of what may happen here. So next week or the week after, I'm going to be doing a video on some things that are going on in Europe that I think are going to be coming over here pretty soon. And it's darn scary. I tell you, it is darn scary. So, but anyhow, um, Keeping Up with Colorado says unbelievable. Um, oh, here, thank you, Jessica. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You were right. I should have brought my notebook.
Yeah,
Jessica's
I
my
know.
assistant, and she said I should have brought my notebook
I
to
know.
write things down. I didn't think I was going to need to write anything down.
You
So
usually do.
I should have known that you guys are so amazing. Original Mama Grizzly says, I would love to be a part of a huge solution to the homeless problem. That's one of my dreams. That's one of my dreams, is to I can't be a huge part, but I can be a small part, and that's my goal, is to be a small part in a big problem. Three generations, says Carol has a bird on her shoulder. I know. It's this, oh my goodness, this statue. I'm at the library. I'm out the one of a couple of outdoor spaces at the library. I love this library. So it's uh um Arcade says, "Oh, that's terrific that they got a hotel." Yes, they did. They got, it's like it's a motel actually, but yes, they did. And I'm hearing that they may be able to stay there for a week. I know it's past tonight, so I'm not worried about tonight, but I'm going to I tried to, like I said, reach June, but her phone is, she's not, it's not available, and I know last night she couldn't find her phone. So I'm like, "Oh, please don't let her phone be in her vehicle." That was I'm calling it absconded. That's what I'm saying. Uh oh, Leroy says, "I just gave you a thumbs up." Oh, thank you, Leroy. I thank you. Can you guys, I always forget to say this. I get so involved in everything else. Can you hit that thumbs up button? And if you not a subscriber, I would love for you to become a Globie and be part of this wonderful, amazing, fabulous Globie family. So Outdoor Dash Travel says, "Yay, at least that gives them a week to find alternative housing or get their cars." I think both of those are going to be challenging, finding alternative housing and getting but they were talking about, hopefully that there may be a shelter that they may be able to find for them. I don't know. We're going to see. We'll see. I know some shelters are honestly pretty scary. I'm just going to say it. Some shelters are pretty scary, but especially when you have young children. So we'll see what happens, but I will definitely keep you posted. Blue True says, "Wonderful blessing to get shelter at a hotel for a week. Now they can get connected to social services." I'm hoping. I am hoping. Um, I'm catching up on these comments because I am. Uh, oh, thank you, Miss Net. Says, "You're a godsend." Well, you know, um, I just hope that, because going on 70, I'm hoping that one day when I'm no longer here, if my child should ever be in a situation that she would need help, that someone would come along and help her. I'm sending it forward into the universe. And hopefully, if necessary, my daughter will be able to cash in on some of those deposits that I've made. Because they won't be for me, but if they are for her or other people that I love, that's good for me. That works for me. Don says, "I watched your video earlier today. Not only was I mad as heck about it, but wishing I was there to assist them." I know. I think almost everyone watching had the same response, Donald. I really do. Original Mama Grizzly says, "Don't you think with computers we could coordinate something?" Now, if you're talking about coordinating something on computers, you're talking to the wrong person, Original Mama Grizzly. Now, if you want to talk to Lisa over at Outdoor Dash Travels, but if you're talking to me, you see, I kicked Tim out and blocked him. So no, not me. But I am going to talk to them because I think they probably know how to start up a GoFundMe. If not, I will talk to the pastor, and if he doesn't have a place, I'm sure someone in his church knows how to set up a GoFundMe. And I'm also reaching out to the news media to see if I can get this story. In fact, I meant to do that today. Um, I'm going to see if they will pick up on this story, and if they can get a GoFundMe going, maybe if the news media could publicize the GoFundMe, then that would probably be a really big help. So I'm thinking, I got my thinking cap on. Doofus Adventure says, "Why were their vehicles impounded?" Their vehicles were impounded because, well, for the real reason their vehicle was impounded was because they had out what do you call it, expired registration. Their registration was expired, so they impounded their vehicle. Now they also, at least one of them, I think both of them, had some outstanding parking tickets because in San Diego they've made all of these rules where you can't park anywhere if you're in overnight. Well, they have nowhere else to park. There are some safe parking lots in San Diego, but according to them, and I believe them because I've seen it, they're full, they're booked, and they can't get in. So they have nowhere to park. So they have to park on the street, or they park in a parking lot at the beach or somewhere, and then they get ticketed. And then the tickets, so now they have to pay their registration, plus they have to pay the tickets, plus on top of that, it's like, you know what? It's like when a person is down, you put your foot on their neck. That's what's happening to them right now. They were already down, then you give them tickets, then you impound their vehicles. So don't get me started, but that's the answer to your question. That's why their vehicles were impounded. I'm, like I need another project, but I'm going to try and see if I can't get someone else to head up this. A project whereby there would be, you know what? And like I said, I don't want to get onto a big political thing because it's not a political channel, but they have all these crazy laws here in California, that protect criminals. They can go in and rob places and run out and just smash and grabs. And, they don't even have to, they get cited and don't even go to jail, and can go back out and can crime anyhow. So if you can have those kind of laws that reduce the penalties for criminals, surely you can have some laws that would make it so that vehicles where children are living cannot be impounded. And that's going to be the project that I'm going to see if I can't get someone to head up in California, not just in San Diego, but in all of California, that if a child is living in that vehicle and that's their shelter, that even if their registration is expired and there are tickets on that car, if there's not any other illegal activity going on like drugs or whatever, that you cannot impound the vehicle. Because the penalties for being poor and living in a car are worse than doing a smash and grab up at Gucci and taking thousands of dollars worth of purses. In what universe does that even make sense? But anyhow, enough on that. But I will keep you guys all posted, and that's what I'm thinking is one solution, and I'm hoping maybe that's a solution that can be a help. So we'll see if we can get some things changed in that regard here. Original Mama Grizzly says, oh, I already said that. Chef Santa says, hey, folks, we got 96 people watching and only 45 thumbs up. Let's make it. Thank you, Chef Santa. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. It really does help. It helps. It helps with my analytics. Not that I understand them, but it does help somehow. Janice says, Mama Grizzly, part of helping the homeless situation is making sure people are voting appropriately and not single agenda voters. Well, yeah, just vote for people who have a heart. That's all I can say. Vote for people who have a heart and will help others. Will help others. Uh Valerie says, red PO box. Okay, all right. You guys know what you're talking about. I don't know. Leroy says, hello, pretty lady. You're looking pretty sassy and full of life. Highly blessed and favored. I hope I'm highly blessed and favored, and then I can pass some of these blessings on. I'm certainly going to pass these blessings on today, but I do feel highly blessed and favored. I'm highly blessed to have you all as part of my Globy family. And speaking of that, let me remind you again, I don't know why I got all these calls and stuff about, am I still having my birthday bash on the 21st of January? Yes, I am. And I did a short video. I'm having it still. It's from the 18th to the 21st, but I will be there, I know, at least the 17th or before, because I want to spend a few days with Lisa from Outdoor Dash Travels, who's going to be there, and she has to leave on the 18th. So I will be there at least a few days early, and I plan to attend at least part of the women's RTR. It's going to be in the evening on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. We will have an evening session, a teaching session, something where you can learn something that'll be of value. And it'll start around 4:30 to 5:30 or 4 to 5, but after the RTR, after each session, there will be a raffle where you'll get a nice gift, just because I want to give you guys gifts. I love giving you gifts. And then we'll do dinner. If you guys want to do a potluck, we're going to do a potluck on the, what did I say? The 19th and the 20th, I said, but we'll talk about it when we get there. But we're going to do a potluck 2 nights. And then on the 21st is going to be the birthday bash. Woohoo! So, hey, you only turned 70 once, so you only turned each age once, but this is a big one. This is the age of promise for those of you who are religious, or know the Bible. It talks about 70. So I mean, God willing, and the creek don't rise, I will make it to 70. Oh my goodness. Uh, Original Mama Grizzly says, Carol, yes, it is abuse. Yeah, I do think it's a form of abuse. Graham says, had a big fight with the bride, so I stole her wheel. I knew she'd come crawling back. Graham, does your wife beat you at least once a day just for good measure to keep you in line? That's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking that must be the case. Must be the case. Keeping up with Colorado. Okay, Jesse, you can go on over.
Thank you.
Don't forget,
Of course.
I'm gonna trust her over on the computer by herself for a few minutes. I don't know. We've had a few problems, but we'll see. I'm giving her 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna go over there and check it out. Um uh Leroy says, thank you, Outdoor. Yes, thank you, Outdoor Dash Travels, for your multiple donations. And all of you. Keeping Up with Colorado says, that's what I was talking about, the racket kind of folks. Oh my goodness. Uh OM Fug says, you go, girl. Oh my goodness. SK Punk says, stop the Patreon, my dear. That you should do. You can make money that way, or start and give to people if you want to. I am going to start a Patreon. I have decided I am, but I'm not in any great hurry to do it, but I am going to do it. Starting in January, I'm just going to completely revolutionize the channel. I'm going to start sponsorships. I keep saying this stuff, but I really am going to do it. I'm going to start sponsorships, and oh, I forgot. How could I forget this? At the meetup, I'm going to pull 6 names out of a hat or a box or whatever. But on the 18th, when the meetup starts that afternoon, oh, by the way, we will be there. Some people will be mingling around during the day too. Maybe some people might want to share, let them do tours of their vans. Or, there'll be people coming in and out all day. But the big event will be in the evening. We'll have, like I said, the class, a potluck in the evening, or we'll just eat together around the fire and chat and get to know each other. But I'm going to pull 6 names out of a hat, and those 6 people, I will schedule a 30-minute YouTube consultation. And what that is I'm going to sit down with you. And if you already have a YouTube channel and you want to grow it, I will sit down with you. If you want to show me a YouTube that you've made, I will look at it and see about um, um, maybe I'm sorry, I'm distracted here by another donation. Tim H, $50. Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I'm just distracted. I can't multitask. I'm not a good multitasker here. But Tim H, in case I didn't say thank you, Tim H, for but if you have a YouTube channel, I will review a video, give you some suggestions on a topic for a content for a video. I will talk to you about what your niche is. I will talk to you about YouTube titles, thumbnails, content, and work with you during that 30 minutes as much as I can get accomplished during that 30 minutes. But what would work is, if your name is pulled, is sit down and make a list of things you want to go over with me and you want me to talk to you and work with you on during that 30-minute consultation. It's free. It's my gift to 6 people that come to the meetup. Now, if you don't have a channel and you want to start a channel, now I don't know how to put a channel up. In fact, to open a channel or whatever that is. I didn't do my own. Someone did mine for me. But there are plenty of people there with YouTube channels, and they can show you how to open a channel. But I will work with you on maybe what your niche might be, what maybe some branding things, maybe what your first YouTube video might be. And all of you that I work with, if you get some content that's, good content, I will shout you out and shout your videos out, on my community page. But now I'm not going to shout out a video if you have a video, oh, look at the leaf is falling down off the tree. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna. I mean, that's a nice video, and it's great. But if you have a video that I am really about informing, instructing, and providing valuable information, and sometimes, entertaining. But I want to provide valuable information. So if you are informing, or if you're funny, I'm not really funny, but if you're really entertaining and you have a really funny video, yeah, I'll shout that out. But that's what I'm going to do for 6 people coming to the meetup and the birthday bash. So we'll schedule it. And the reason I'm having the main events in the afternoon is so that you can go to the RTR, because I love Bob Wells. I love the things he's done for this community, and he's done a lot of things for me. And I learned so much at that RTR, especially when I was starting out. And that's how I really decided to start my YouTube channel. I was inspired at the RT at an RTR. I think it was my second, no, it was my first RTR. My first RTR. That's what I got the inspiration for this channel. So let me look at some more. Janice says, Mama Grizz, a lot has to do with laws that institute a living wage across. Okay, it's not just about housing. Okay, I don't know what that question was, so I can't really. Graham says, rule number 1 for these heartless buggos is not pick on people who have money to fight back. That is so true. But you know what? It's not just about homeless. If you look at the bullies in school, do the bullies ever pick on someone who can whip their behind? No. They always pick on people who weaker, are perceived to be weaker, although sometimes they get a little surprised and they get their what's kicked. But, bullies always pick on people who they think they're more powerful than. I mean, that's the number one, like you said, that's the number one rule of a bully. Um, let's see. Mary Dooley, hey Mary, hello, hello, says a bunch of people need to go to city council meetings and start complaining about their tactics. I agree, and maybe even get on, go down and picket the police station and the police chief. Although I'm probably not going to be able to show my face in San Diego for a little while, you know, or I'm going to have to be disguised when I go into San Diego now. But you know what? If you're afraid to speak up, if everyone is afraid to speak up, nothing will get fixed. But anyhow, CTV says, okay, Jessica has a boyfriend. Wow. We slid that right past. Oh yeah, she does. She has a boyfriend. Now his parents have to drive him everywhere too. So and we drove them to the they drive and meet us. They drive him to the movies, I drive Jessica to the movies, and then the parents went to the movies at the same movie, but they were sitting somewhere. I mean, so she has a boyfriend, but it's not quite like it was when everyone else, you know what I mean. But we're kind of keeping close tabs. I'll put it like that. Um, Graham says, evil-minded, heartless people can also make a big difference. Huh. Now, do you mean a big difference for good or a big difference for bad? Well, you know what? Good people can sometimes do bad things, and bad people can sometimes do good things. The question is determining which it is. Is it a good person doing something bad, or is it a bad person doing something good? That's sometimes difficult to discern. Um, Outdoor Travels, Lisa says, you guys are awesome. Thank you all. You are beyond awesome. Beyond awesome. Outdoor Travel says, Globies Unite. That's right. That's right, Lisa. Hey, Patty, Southern Kitchen and More says, hi, Carol and everyone. Don says, I wish I had more. Hey, a lot of a little goes a long ways. You know that? It really does. And I'm going through seeing all these. Hope I got everyone. Patricia Boyer. Yeah, I think I thanked you and Aaron. And oh my God. Angela says, God bless you all that are able to financially help. Yes. And even if you're not able to help financially, you can help by praying for them. And I'm trying to decide, should I include the number for the police chief in the next, I mean, how far do I want? I'm thinking I might include the number for the police chief, since it was police who impounded their vehicles. I think I might do that. And then maybe if they get a barrage of phone calls, maybe, you never know. Um, Van City Adventure. Hey, Van City Adventure. Hello. I'm looking to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Janice says the Department of Social Services should be able to give out motel vouchers and EBT cards for food without any issues. Well, that's not always, because I've tried getting that before, Janice, and that, unfortunately, what should happen isn't what always happens, and it can be a real challenge getting those things. I know I've tried. Um, uh, Valerie says, all we need are parking lots, one north, south, east, and west. If the main city with picnic tables, coin operated showers, and social workers, easy. You know what? I have said this. Someone said to me once that the reason the homeless problem has not been resolved is because too many people in city government and too many other people are making too much money off it. And I'm thinking that might be the case, because they're simply, this is not that complicated. I'm not saying you can totally eradicate it, but I'm saying it could be a whole lot better than it is, and it's not that complicated. So there's just simply not a will to fix it, from what I can see. That's just my opinion. But anyhow, uh love the ideas, Valerie. Yes, great, some great ideas, Valerie. Well, we are winding down. I'm going to have to go check out Jessica on that computer and make sure nothing is happening that I don't want to happen. Uh, Graham says, stick your head in the frame and say good day, Jessica. Well, she's over at the computer, so she's not going to be able to do that, Graham, but I will tell her hello for you, and I know she would like to say hello to you, and I'll see if we can't get her in here in the frame next time. And Tim, I may have another person who needs some help building out their car slash vehicle, but we'll talk. Um, I don't want to get into the van building or car building business. And I'm not trying to get Tim into it, but Tim, bless Tim's heart. He's always willing to lend a helping hand. And I just want to say thank you, Tim, because I mean, there's so many, I mean, I'm going to tell this, Tim, and you didn't ask me to tell it. You probably don't want me to tell it, but I'm going to tell it anyhow. There was someone that we met at a meetup. I won't say who, I won't say when, I won't say which meetup, because he's been to many, but there was someone who was having problems, and they were trying to travel from one part of the country to the next part of the country. And Tim had told them, if you just follow me, because they're going to be going through several states, follow me. And every time I stop for gas, you can stop and I'll fill your tank up when I fill up, because they didn't have the gas money, and they were kind of stuck where they were because they didn't have money for gas. So that's the kind of fellow that Tim is, and he just does so many things to help people on the low, down low, or whatever you call it, that people don't know about. So I want to give him a shout out and a blast for a lot of the things that he does. And even at the meetup I had this summer, there was someone who needed her some things changed around in her van and fixed and secured and stuff. And Tim was right there, boom, got his tools out. He brought his tools ready to work. And so I just want to give kudos to Tim for always being there and being willing to lend a helping hand to whoever needs help. Um, Nora says, please don't get a real horn. My ears couldn't take it. Oh, I've got a real horn. I just keep forgetting it. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I've got a horn, Nora. I've got a horn, and I'm going to be using it pretty soon. Pretty soon. I can't wait. I can't wait. Um, uh, let's see. Julie says, you're awesome. Oh, thank you, Julie. My globies are who's awesome. That's who's awesome. I will. Oh, thank you. Original Mama Grizzly says, I will email you to give okay care. Oh, thank you, Mama Grizzly. Thank you. Um, uh, Don says, Chef Santa, cooking travels, I agree with you completely. I'm not sure what it was, but I know whatever Chef Santa says, I would agree with too. Oh, Julie says, I have no extra money, but I'm praying for those homeless folks. Well, that's worth $1 million, Julie. That is worth $1 million, I tell you right there. So thank you. Thank you very much. Well, folks, oh my goodness, it's 4 o'clock. And did you notice I started on time today? Woohoo! Woohoo! Give me a big old whatever. But anyhow, oh, thank you guys. I tell you, I was just excited to do this live because I love sharing with you guys and talking with you, and now you guys have just come through, and I'm leaving this live just like I'm walking on a cloud. I just feel so elevated and so lifted up and so grateful to you for both June, Lisa, and their children. So thank you so much. And again, keep them in your prayers. And I believe there's going to be a good resolution um, to this. I really, really do. And, good people working together and praying together can bring about some amazing results. Graham says all homeless in the area should camp down at City Hall. Oh, that would be a good one, Graham. That would be. I should camp down there with them. I would. Is only thing is who would watch Jessica when I get arrested? I don't know. Maybe if I could get her big sister, who, through the big sister program, who we're really, really close to, maybe if she would be on standby. So if I get arrested, she could watch her. I just don't want to get a felony because I don't want to get not be able to vote. But if it's a misdemeanor, I'll go down and protest with them. Hey, you know. Valerie says certain men calling the police on me when I park. I move during the day. I work, go hiking, etc. Many are parked all day, every day, and most are men. Carol, I could use some help also. Valerie, hit me up on gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail because I don't know where you are. So, and I don't know if you want to say where you are online. So hit me up, email me at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail and we'll talk. Um, Don says, bye everyone. I have to dash, but I will be listening to you all in my car. Just can't text back. All right. Love you, Donald. I'll be talking to y'all. Be seeing you not too distant future next month. Woohoo. CTV says, what I don't understand is that it's okay to leave them to sleep literally on the ground, but not in a car. I know. Is that the craziest thing you ever heard of? In a parking lot just because their tags are expired. That is ridiculous. And that's what I have been saying at City Hall in Oceanside, which I have not given up on that fight. Trust me, that's still in the works, but I keep asking. So it's better to have people, including children, sleeping on the ground outside than in a vehicle. In whose warped mind is that a better solution? I don't know. I don't know. Graham says, when are you going to introduce us to your boyfriend, Jessica? He will need Globey's approval. I'm going to tell her that, Graham. I'm going to tell her that. Okay. Alex, if you watch this, you know that you're going to need Globey approval. Oh my goodness, that is so funny, Graham. But thank you. That means I got some people got my back with Jessica and let this guy know that, hey, he better behave because he's got a whole lot of people who will be watching him. So thank you, Graham. Jessica's always telling me, well, you know what, Mom, I need a dad. I need a dad figure. And you don't need a father figure. I'm like, I know, but you got an uncle. She goes, but he's my uncle. And I said, so I am looking for Jessica's biological father because, as you all know, she's adopted. So I'm not going to say a lot about that or him, but I am looking for him and, keeping my fingers crossed. But anyhow, I am looking for him. So I'm probably going to hire a private investigator to find him. He shouldn't be that hard to find. So anyhow, Nora's laughing at Graham, but thank you, Graham. CTV says, I couldn't agree more. Outdoor Dash Travel says, thank you, everyone. I'm sure June and Lisa and the kids appreciate all your help. Hugs to all of you. I know they do. I They haven't heard about it yet, but when they do, they're going to be, because they were so appreciative last night, of just everything. So like and share. That's right. That's right. Like and share. Um Arcuda says, laughing out loud, simply see, I begged her not to get horn, couldn't take the noise. Oh, I got one. I got one. And it is loud. It's like one of those bicycle ones that you go, and so, yeah, God willing, I will remember to bring it next week. Keeping Up with Colorado says, subscribe and become a part of the Globies family. Yes, yes, this is I think, well, no, I know this is the best family on YouTube. The absolute best, bar none. Well, anyhow, all right. Lisa, your audio is still messed up from the hacker. Oh, Lisa, you need to go find him and tear him up. Oh, okay. I can do a GoFundMe page. We'll talk, Lisa, because I don't want to handle funds for someone else. Now, you guys donated here, so I will, but a big one that goes out nationally, I'm just a little leery. You guys know me, so I'm not going to get trolls here, but I don't want people saying, "Oh, if there's thousands of dollars or what happened to the money?" Well, it would go to them. Well, I just don't want to get into all that because I saw some people who did a GoFundMe for someone and the it turned into a nightmare, a real nightmare. But I do want to help them, so Lisa, I'll talk to you, and I think it would be best if they set up the GoFundMe where the money went directly to them, is what I'm thinking. But anyhow, that's just my thoughts. Original Mama Grizzly says, grrr, the coordination, I'm thinking of some kind of app to connect the homeless with social services, maybe. Well, one step at a time. Those are great idea, Original Mama Grizzly. That's a great idea. One step at a time. I'm going to just do one thing at a time, one thing at a time. All we need is parking lots. Valerie, you are so right. How hard is it to get parking lots with, security when you come in, that they check you in, you're there for the night, maybe one night a week or one day, and you have maybe coffee in the morning, one day a week, and they have maybe portable, like washing stations. And one day a week or so, a social worker comes over, someone who helps, caseworker. I mean, how hard could that be? Wouldn't it be cheaper than a lot of the things that they're already doing that aren't working? But anyhow, Daily with Deb says, hi, California. Sure keeps you busy. I tell you, doesn't it? They need a program for helping with tag, etc. They aren't getting utility services. I'm going to be doing a video on that, if not this week coming up, but next week, but something about utilities that they're doing over in Europe that is crazy. And I think it's going to come to the United States. I think it will. So I'm going to be doing a video and sharing that with you. But guys, I have got to get out of here and go check on Jessica. But let me just read a couple more comments. Daily with Deb says, Deborah on the go here. I changed my channel name. Okay. Deborah on the go changed her channel name to Daily with Deb. So keep that in mind. All right. Anyone on here who has a YouTube channel, could you please put a C for creator so that we know that you are a YouTube channel and we can go over and check you out. So can you put that up there, please, so that we can go over and check you out? Oh, my goodness. JJ, it says 408, would you please get a few gifts for the moms and kids, things they may not need, but they would like, a haircut or a book? JJ, thank you so much. Thank you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Thank you. That is just so kind of you. And Lisa, is that another $50 from Outdoor Dash Travels? Oh my goodness. Oh my, you guys are just so generous. Thank you. Melba says, I'm so thankful you can help them. Melba, I'm going to tell you something. When I left there last night, I just was invigorated. I mean, I just felt like, ooh, like someone had given me a shot of adrenaline. And when they left and was able to watch them get into the car to go over, I was just felt so happy and relieved. And the last little boy who left, Mason, he was just hugging his mom. He just looked so relieved. He said, "Oh, hot shower." Because I was telling him about the little. I showed them the picture of, maybe I shouldn't because there might not be an opening, but I showed him the picture of the tiny village, and I said, "And there's showers there." And he goes, "Well, are there hot showers? Can you have a hot shower?" I said, "Well, he went to a hotel where he got a hot shower." So I was just so happy for that little boy and all of them. So Graham says, "What's the best part of dating homeless chicks? You can drop them off anywhere." Graham, okay, I asked you if your wife whips you every day. I think I need to take a flight over there and give you a beating every day just for just on GP, general principle. Oh, Graham. Leila Calhoun says they're doing this to homeless all over the country. Here in Arizona and Glendale, they've actually arresting them tickets for expired ID. What kind of craziness is that? Red says there was a homeless lady I knew in Georgia who stayed at my Airbnb from time to time. Her car got impounded because she had no insurance. I went, got her insurance, and paid to get her car out too. Red, what a blessing that was. You have, what do they say, crowns stored up in heaven for you? All right, I am going to, fly fishing says agree with you. All right. Did I see any, okay, let me get down here. I'm so far back. I'm going to be skipping a lot of these comments because I'm so far behind. I see Mythical Nomad Adventures. Hello. Oh, you'll live lots longer. I celebrated my 75th in my van this week. Mythical, hit me up on gmail.com. Mythical Nomad Adventures. Do hit me up. I would love to talk to you. Hit me up. Someone else hit me up too, and I got to go back and find their email because I told them to hit me up. I saw that they had, and then I got busy. Now I got to go back and find it. Oh my gosh. But happy birthday, Mythical Nomad Adventure. Happy birthday. I'm skipping by lots of comments because I'm missing them, and I'm trying to get to where could you drop the link to the homeless video, please? Lisa, or one of my moderators, can you drop that video? Because you guys know I don't know how to drop videos, links. So could you do that? One of my moderators, please drop the link to the homeless video. Okay. Uh, Simply C says idea, give 7 YouTube consultations instead of 6 because 7 relates to your 70th birthday and 7 is a God number. Well, Stacy at Simply C, I will have to consider that. That's um a good point. 7 is a godly number, and I can use all the godliness I can take. Red, looks like you dropped the link. Thank you. Nora says laughing out loud, leaf dropping off a tree. That was way back there. Oh goodness. I'm way behind on these comments. Let me see. Oops. Okay. Bee's Knees. I think I missed Bee's Knees gave $50. I missed that. Oh my goodness. This is happening all over our America. Thank you, Carol, for sharing light on homelessness. Many in power are trying to help us hide US. Yes, they are, and blame it on us. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Thank you so much, Bee's Knees. I don't know how I missed that. Is there anyone else that gave something that I did not acknowledge you? I do not want to leave here without acknowledging you because sometimes I just miss stuff. Oh, Donna Flynn, vocal coach, Tornado. Toronto. Thank you, Donna Flynn. Do 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 do. I tell you, you have to come on here and do some vocal coaching one of these sessions too. Let's see. And Red, she's editing comments from 20 minutes ago. I know I'm so behind. I'm so behind. I just don't want to miss acknowledging anyone. But okay, once more. I think I'm at the bottom of the comments. Anyone on here who is a hey baby girl in the beach, the beast. You know I'm getting tired. Hey baby girl in the beast. Hello. All right. Can you Valerie says so many here in Nashville. Oh, so you're in Nashville staying in parking lots. Oh my goodness. I may be in Nashville this summer, Valerie, because I have a niece there. So I may be going there. But anyone who's a content creator, would you put a C? somehow I missed it, but if you're a content creator, put a C so I can acknowledge you. And then for anyone who's the first time in the house, would you put a 1? So Globies, you know how we like to go, you know how we roll. We like to recognize people who are here for the first time. Carolyn Gillespie says, thank you all um, for dropping the link. I'm going to watch it now. Thank you. Okay, Crystal and Lagringa, content creator. Michael's Outdoor Channel, content creator. Hey, a little loopy says, I haven't funds right now, but I'm sending prayers and giving a like in hopes and hope. Thank you. Your prayers are very valuable. Thank you. Redheaded Riding Hood says, Carol, do you want to bring me up and the live and I'll show you backstage how to unblock him? I'd rather do it um I'd rather do it if you can do it on, we'll do a Zoom or something. I'd rather do it that rather than do it on this format right here, Red. But yes, do help me get him unblocked. Uh um uh uh Red Riding Hood is a content creator. Outdoor Dash Travels. Lisa is a content creator. Chef Santa Cooking is content creator. Original Mama Grizzly is a content creator. Lady T, first time in the house. Hello, Lady T, and welcome. Become one of the Globy family. Welcome to it. Baby Girl and the Beast, first time in the house. Hello, hello. Everyone, you know how we roll. Go ahead and greet Lady T and Baby Girl and the Beast. Van Life Minutes is a content creator in the house here. Go back and look at all these content creators, and could you go over and show them some love? Redheaded Riding Hood is a content creator. Arcuda 2001 Nora, that's her art account over at Instagram. She is a fabulous, fabulous artist, and we're going to be having her do a live demonstration on here. Um, Keeping Up with Colorado is a content creator. Um, any more content creators? Baby Girl and the Bee says, thank you all. Miss Net saying, welcome to Lady T and Baby Girl and the Beast. Oh my goodness, my goodness. It's 4:16. Lisa says, laughing, I'm calling her after the live to help her out. All good. Okay, okay. We'll see, Lisa. Okay, okay. I need to show you where to go in YouTube Studio. Um, okay, Red, hit me up on Gmail. I think I have your phone number, but hit me on Gmail so I can call you and give me your number because I don't know that I have it. Doofus Adventures is a content creator. Lava Lindy's Awesome Van Adventures, that was formerly Lindy and Lovey, is YouTube creator. Any other YouTube creator? Baby Girl and the Beast says so much love here. I know there is so much. This is just a wonderful group. What can I say? A wonderful group from around the world. We have people in it come in from Brazil, from the Netherlands, from you name it, all over, and just Australia. I don't want to forget you, Graham, Australia. So Outdoor Dash Travel says we are all one big family. We are. Nora says Arcuda 2001 baby girl, lots of love. Yes, Bee's niece says our wealth gap has surpassed the Great Depression. I bet. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, ooh, ooh. Says minimum wage hasn't raised in years. This is a crime by powerful elites in our U.S. government. Tax the rich. Bee's knees said, well, yeah, the wealth gap between poor, it's getting, and wealthy is getting bigger and bigger. That is true. All right, Sylvia Torres says, welcome to all the newbies. A little loopy says, I love you all. Wish I could help. Good luck. Hey, you're helping. Prayers help. A little loopy. Hey, Kenyatta Garnier says, good night, watching from Grand Bahama. Hello, I love the Bahamas. Hello, oh my goodness. Woo, are you having, how do they say it? Conch fish? Conch? Oh, conch fritters. Oh my goodness, some good food I had over there and chowder when I was in the Bahamas. Woo, you know I love good food. But folks, I have to go. I've got to go check. Ooh, she's been on that computer and I got to check. She's not doing anything she shouldn't do over there. But I love you. May your journeys be filled with joy and blessings. And I will keep each and every one of you posted. And I hope I will see you in Quartzsite for the meetup January 18th to the 21st with the big birthday bash on the 21st, and I will be there a few days early to go to the at least part of the women's RTR and also to meet up with my friend Lisa from Outdoor Dash Travels, who has to leave on the 18th. So, all right, I will see you. Nora says, love you, Carol. Love you, Carol. Love to Jessica. Love to you too, Nora. Thank you. And I hope you have a great time with your baby boy who's coming to visit this week. All right. I'll see you guys later. I will keep you posted. And thank you, thank you again. All right. Let's see. You guys know I'm always trying to sign out and never getting signed out, but I'm going to get signed out this time. All